Hello. Hello,
Hey,
Tracy. Hello, Remy. I'm gonna say hi to you first. Anyone else? Anyone else here? I think there's three of us. We were a minute late trying to figure out. Okay, so who's Santa Claus? Because you used to do a raccoon. So is it Lindsay or Jack?
I would guess Jack, but then again, the other day they said some weird story about Lindsay being the Santa Claus. I don't know.
Oh, so you're watching me on a big screen, Tracy. Uh-oh. I'll back away from the camera so I'm not too big. Okay, so I'll wait to see who's the Santa Claus so I can properly say hi. Who else is here? I don't know. I'm trying to figure Hello, Steph and Chris. I'm guessing it's both of you. It's been a while. I haven't chatted with you guys. Okay, so it's Jack, right? This is the duck is Jack, if my memory is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So hi, Jack. Okay, I'll let people come in. So how was your week?
It was all right. We ended up finishing Christmas presents for the kids, and we spent the weekend, my girlfriend and I, together. No kids, so we managed to finish all the Christmas presents, all the wrapping, and everything is ready for Christmas now.
So you're a week early.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. There's usually the one or two things that are last minute, but not this year. Well, there's still a few things that are coming in by mail that we're still waiting on, but at least they were purchased and they're going to the older kids. So if something happens and they're not here for Christmas, at least they'll understand.
I still have two gifts to do. The kids are not wrapped at all. They're all bought, but I still have to find a way to wrap them and like hide them somewhere, because once they're wrapped, like you can't squish them all together at the same place. Like you'll have to loosely pack them somewhere.
Yeah.
And my daughter admitted to me that today she was looking for something and she went through one of the places I used to hide the gifts. So
Oh,
yeah, and she's like, well, I found some. It was like the school this year contacted me and said that we were drawn into like a pool of names, and the school gave us three gifts, one for each of my kids, and like I had nowhere else to put them but my dresser in my room, and she found them.
oh no.
I'm like, you little shit. But anyways, at least it's like she knows the truth now, so she knows that where it comes from. But still, I was like, you're not supposed to go there, and I was supposed to hide all of them there. so
Oh
I'm
no.
so I'm happy that I kind of split the things that are wrapped on a drawer, and the other things in a place that they can't go.
Oh, okay.
Well, they can't lift it. It's in a place that they can go, but what's on top of it, they can't lift it.
Okay.
So let's see if that works for this year. Hello, everyone. Sounds like you are both pretty prepared. No, I'm not. Mentally, I'm not prepared for Christmas at all. At all.
I'm ready. Let's
Uh,
just hope that we don't get sick. That's all that
yeah,
matters, really. Right now, there's a bunch of people around us with different kind of viruses. The only
yeah.
thing my sister-in-law is due for her baby early January, like on the third, I think. So we don't want to get her sick before the big day.
Delivering. Yeah. We were sick. Like we got all the viruses all at the same time within the same month. So technically, I'm gonna say
All right.
technically we should be good for a little while. Well, I hope. But like today, I went out and I'm washing my hands like everywhere I go because there's so many people in the stores. I don't want to get sick at all. Because this week is a week with my husband. No kids. Woohoo! So from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I have no kids. So 6 hours. That's a day. 5 days.
Nice.
I haven't, it's been a while. It's been last time we were together, a week with no kids, it was in July. But there were so many things to be done outside and so many things to be done on the homestead. He was working on his projects, I was working on mine, and we were trying to figure out ways of eating together and going. If he had some places to go, I would go with him. But now we're both home and we have renovations to do, so we're going to work together. It is working, but at least at the end of the week we'll have a enclosed 4 walls. Okay, this sounds crazy, but everyone's like, it's just like a bathroom, but a bathroom with actual walls.
It makes a difference.
Makes a
So,
whole difference.
so it's either gonna get you closer together or
Yeah.
wanna rip your
Well,
hair.
I hope it's gonna bring us back closer. I hope. I have high hopes at least. Okay, so I'm eyeing up a bed former tractor attachment for next year. We're switching to tractor-based gardening. What does that mean? A bed former tractor? Oh, you mean it creates your little raised beds 6 to 8 inches tall? Is that what you mean? If you can do that, that would be amazing. I do mine manually. Okay, so I'm guessing that little lady is Lindsay. It
Is
looks
it a
like,
lady?
I don't know. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so I'm touching wood before I'm saying this. All the wood I have. The only virus I did not get was gastro. Throwing up and from all over the place. That's the only one I didn't get, and I don't want it.
I don't want to have that one either.
Oh, no. I don't want that. I'll be honest, Tracy. I am really, really, really excited for spring. But I'll say a but. I'm also looking forward to January and February to read, to rest, and educate myself. Because I know in spring I'll have too many seeds, too many projects, and I won't really have time to sit down, relax, and rest. Resting is something that we neglect.
Yep.
And
But
we're
thing
not.
is, we don't realize, but after Christmas, after New Year's, and after all the holidays, mid-January is kind of the time we start planning the next spring and the next garden.
There's nothing wrong. I'm probably going to do the same after the holidays. I'm probably going to be sick of snow, sick of shoveling it, or being springy, craving playing in dirt. I know I'm going to feel that. But resting, when I listening to my body. So instead of going to bed at 11 midnight because I want to finish my, I don't know, design of whatever I'm working on, I can finish it the next day. I can still work on it, but finish it the next day so that I can concentrate on resting. Oh God, only got to wait 100 days. It's just 100 days. It's just 100 days.
Goes by so fast. We'll be talking back in a few months and thinking about when we were having this conversation just now.
Yeah. Well, last year, I think around the same time, it was probably around the same time because I remember Darren was just monetized on his channel, Thorhaven Farm. We were just starting to talk about the convention.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's what brought us all together and say all together at the same time, we're so done with winter. We want to go spring. We want spring. So I know it's probably going to happen soon. Spring will come fast, even if it's 3 months. But yes, time goes by so fast.
Too fast.
Too fast. I hope so. I hope we're going to enjoy our time together. But we did get good news. My husband's Christmas party, I know this sounds weird, is in January. So we were invited to go to a night out downtown Montreal, all expense paid, and a hotel night. So we're going to have 1 week, and then we have to go through the holidays, and then hope no one is sick, and we'll have a night out. That would be amazing. Yep, that's what it does. I had a crux neck squash for supper. Oh, that's for you.
Squash.
You guys are going to be reading into every emoji I send now. Yes, for sure. I'll make sure Lindsay sends a raccoon if she joins the chat. That sounds like a great supper, Dave. I'm sure it was good. If spring was next week, I wouldn't be rested enough for it. I start getting, what is antsy? Impatient? Antsy. This word. ANTSI. Is that like anxious? In a few weeks, though. Yeah, we still need to switch over to winter mode before we can think about spring. Lots to grow inside. Yes. That's not for me. We are okay. So that's not for me. Well, I don't know. It's different for me this year. I am impatient for spring, but I'm kind of enjoying this period also. I don't have to work physically outside for many, many hours. I get to work on personal projects. I get to read. I haven't sat down and read for over an hour on a daily basis on stuff that I need to read. And it does not feel like I have to read. I feel like I choose to read. Like I sit down, and choosing to take that time makes it such make such a difference. Oh yeah, impatient. So antsy means impatient. We just learned a new word. So we are all antsy for spring. But not too much, not too much.
I'm not a big reader, but I got this, so I might go through this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I know. Sometime in January.
Yeah. Well, I am a visual person. Like I'm a visual touchy person. So that means I have to see and I have to touch. And I started reading audiobooks. Well, not reading, listening to audiobooks with Audible on my phone. And at first it was very hard because I couldn't see what I was reading. But now I can like do dishes and leave my phone on a counter, and I could like listen to at least an hour of a podcast, a book, a person, like anything that can be read on Audible. I can at least listen 1 to 3 hours a day right now. Okay, so let's play with my memory. Raquel? Hello, Raquel? I hope I have it right. Yes, don't forget to do a thumbs up. Speaking of that, what just happened? Okay, don't want that. Speaking of that, I don't know if you guys saw my previous live Monday. I think it was Monday. I did a pop-up live on Monday, and I announced that I reached a very special milestone, 900 subscribers. And once that hit, YouTube decided it was going to play a game with me, and like I was going +5, -4, +5, and like it was going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I published a video yesterday on my channel, and it was a collaboration with the Inquisitive Farm Wife channel, and I received a lot of new subs. Like a lot of new people were subbing to my channel. And like I was seeing again, fluctuation of 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and then going down -15. So when you guys do a thumbs up, sub, comment, you're actually telling YouTube that you're enjoying what you're seeing, and you are an actual like a YouTube user. You're not just a computer or a ghost that's just doing sub everywhere. So if ever you subbed on my channel and then you go back and you see that you're no longer a sub of mine, it's probably because YouTube just cleaned out and thought that you were not an actual viewer. So it's really important to interact on the channel. But I am happy to report that as of now, I'm so close, guys. I can almost taste it. 938 subscribers. I can almost taste it. And I started celebrating early. So I took out my favorite wine. This is Jacob's Creek Moscato. It's my favorite wine, and I'm starting celebrating early. Hello, Lynn. Just got home from town, so you went grocery shopping?
Or Christmas shopping.
Ooh, Christmas shopping. What'd you get? I'm not nosy at all. I unsub and resub from your channel once per day just to keep... Okay, you're going to keep me on my toes all day. I go up and down with my subs every day. Yeah, well, when you're so close to like qualifying on like 3 of the 4 qualification of being monetized, -5 means a difference. It's like I was at just before dinner, I was at 9:45, and after dinner, like they were all taken away from me, and I'm back at 9:38. So I was like, oh my God, 55 away, and then boom, 9:38. So YouTube is playing a trick on me. So Jack, stop. Stop for today. My watch time. 700 hours left. Around there. Like, I don't know what was tabulated today. But I think it's about 700 hours. Yeah, a little bit over 700 hours. That's what I'm missing for the 4th qualification. I needed treat bags for the chocolate bark I made. I forgot them earlier. Okay. What's a chocolate bark? Is that a dessert? I will play your videos in the background. Oh my God, you're so nice. You're so nice. Thank you. Oh, baking. No. Wait. Wait. So what does this mean? No, wait. Where did the comment go? Chocolate bark. Is it chocolate baking you mean, or chocolate bark? So with all the lives you are doing, Raquel, like you do a lot of lives and longer lives than me. It's not helping you out. Okay, so it's homemade chocolate bar, basically. It's so good. Okay, so like high calories, high calories desserts. No. I'm not that much into desserts. As a kid, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. My dad used to own a candy
Candy
company.
shop.
No, a candy company. So you know those you know when you went to the mall and you had these candy machines where you had like peanuts,
Put a quarter in and
you put a quarter in. Yeah, so he had one of those companies, and he would bring his samples. Like I ate a 50-pound bucket of Jolly Ranchers. That's a lot of Jolly Ranchers. It's like a 20-liter bucket. It was full of Jolly Ranchers, and my dad was like, hand it out to your friends, make them taste. It was before Jolly Rancher was a square. You know, now when you buy those bars, the Jolly Ranchers are like this little square, and there's a multicolor. Well, when we received them, they were like rectangles individually wrapped. So I handed out Jolly Ranchers to all my friends and ate too much candy. I ate cashews, but my favorite was how do you say amande? Is amande au chocolat? Chocolate
almond.
chocolate almond, like almond wrapped with high quality chocolate. It was good. It was good. It was so good. All chocolate bark, but no chocolate bite. I don't feel like I do a lot of lives, only 2 per week. Maybe I don't have as many. Um, I used to have an average of 12 to my best nights were like 21 this summer. But then I took a 3 week break, and then it came back between an average of like 5 and 11. And like week after week, it's starting to get closer to an average of 10, at least 10 per live. Would Can someone share Cottonwoods Ranch channel in the comments if you can? So you filmed it. I plan trying to upload a video every day starting to, wow. Okay. So you on a roll. Doable. But every day is doable but thought. We cut back to where did the comment go? Okay, there it is. To every second day this year. This summer I was doing one live, 2 videos minimum, and one short. No, wait. One live, 2 videos, 1 or 2 shorts. I was doing 5 videos, 4 to 5 videos a week this summer. I was pooped. I was exhausted. Like with everything I had to do, I was exhausted. But I think it could be a good strategy because a lot of people are going to be off. A lot of people are going to be home. A lot of people are looking for new things to try out. So it could be like a good thing. I will be trying to upload every day during Christmas break, as it's the only time I can get out in the daylight. Okay, so what does your channel look like, Raquel? Okay, my computer's super slow. Cottonwood Ranch. Cottonwood Ranch. Oh, I remember that phase when I was at 700. I plateaued. Soon I went from 300 to 500. It was a race. I think it happened within not even 2 months. Like I was jumping 10 subs a day, and then I reached 500 and I plateaued just past 500. And then it took almost all summer long for me to reach 700, and I plateaued again. just after 700. And the only thing that helped me out to get out of that plateau was the every bit counts challenge.
Yeah, I
So,
remember that one.
and I was like one sub a week, two sub a week, and like losing them. And I was like, it was irritating at one point, but then I kept pushing. So the only suggestion I could do is try to find some collaboration challenges like the Everbit Counts challenge. And like Remy does suggest this to me, but I know like I can't with everything I have, but to attend to other people's lives and comment and be active. Those are
Yeah,
like the three things that seem to actually like push through and help me out in those plateau areas. Lives are fun, but they are difficult between bad internet, kids needing Wi-Fi, not always having someone to talk back. That was my biggest fear. Like me coming here live and just talking to myself like a lunatic.
I'm getting better at that now. I find, well, at least I find I'm more comfortable talking to myself. The problem is, um, I'm always hungry or thirsty, and if I eat or drink, well, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I can't last. Like I've seen Raquel did like a 24-hour live. I can't do that. I would die.
You
I
did a
would just
24 hour,
die.
she did a 24 hours?
Yeah, yeah,
And
it was
that
a challenge she had.
wow. Okay,
Uh,
so I
but
didn't finish your
yeah,
comment.
to me, it's just to be here, sitting here and talk for more than 2 hours. That's the toughest part. Not
Probably.
having to go upstairs and
Could do that. Also, I'm better in the day. The pop up live I did Monday. I think I'm gonna start doing that like random during the day. Starting probably January because it was fun. Like even if it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, it's the people that actually come are people that wants to talk to you. But the first 5 minutes, I was all on my own, chatting on my own. I was like, "Who's here? Do 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 crickets." I was like, "Is anyone gonna come?" Yeah, I got 500 fairly fast, and then it slowed down. I think this time of year is the best time for subscribers. Yeah, Lynn, your journey was a year about. And you escalated really fast, and your viewers are like super sweet. I'm on to close to 2 years. So the plateaus that I hit were like very hard. And just like you, I don't know how I managed to convince myself that I wanted to quit. It was a hard time. Yep, it helped me too. I am doing it this year, going for both January and February this year. So the January, I can't remember which one that is, but I think February is the pantry channel, if I'm correct. January, I forgot which one that was.
I think there's also the $50 for the month or something like that for a week or
Yeah, that one I don't know if I can do, but I do. I would like to do a collab, but I'm still working like around the details. I just want to be sure that I can do it. One, I can do the logistics of back and forth emailing and take care of it. But it would be something similar to the dip. I haven't found collaborations though. Collaborations is well, you just missed the dip December. Um,
well, it doesn't mean you can't participate. Just go and find the one that started it. Um,
Inquisitive Farm
I'm
Wife.
not yeah, the inquisitive farm wife or
I think she still has some space to be added towards the end of December.
yeah, but even though like you might want to contact her and just say, hey, I want to be in the collab. Can I just do a video and put it up whenever at the end of December? But I mean, she can't really stop you from doing so regardless. Like, just you can always use a hashtag you see out there.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, it's not. There's nothing wrong with it. You just
Right.
go and participate in
So
whatever you
Angela,
want.
you can write to Angela from the Inquisitive Farm Wife channel to see if it could be something that you would want to do, first of all, or it is possible for you, because collaboration is, it's how you get community built.
Yeah.
I've had so many people comment on my last video that I published yesterday that I've never seen. And it's an opportunity. So it's an open door. So what we're doing with the collaboration is you're opening a door, and then it's up to you to speak your love language and to see those new people if you actually speak their love language enough to stick around. Obviously, you're going to lose some. You're always going to lose some, but you're going to gain some. Homesteading as a topic seems to go through big swings in popularity on the platform. Yeah. 2020 and 2021, when people couldn't go out, it was big. Now I think homesteading is, well, that's my personal opinion. Remy, you can say what you think. With the prices going up, homesteading will probably not be the topic of 2023. It's just going to be growing food.
Which still
Or
touches us a little bit
yeah,
sometimes.
but people are not like, they're not going to search for homesteading. They're going to search for growing food, and they're going to search for ways to be frugal. And it becomes homesteading in the end, because raising your own food, raising your own animals
Growing your
and
own food.
I'm getting mixed up. Too much wine. So raising your own animals and growing your own food, we kind of have to educate them that it means homesteading. Just keep going with throw. So what do you think? What do you think 2023 will be for us?
I agree. And I think that as homesteaders, we can still use it to show people that maybe you don't need to have the big farm, 200 acres, and you don't need to have cows and beefs, and you don't need to have everything to be able um, to make a difference in your food supply. I mean, I have 1 acre here. I'm not even allowed to have animals here, but I still managed to get 3 freezers full of food, plus a few, about 100 cans of pressure can food. It's been a big difference, and I know that there's some people out there, Hickory Croft Farm, they do a lot more food than I do. I know you do great with your garden as well, with the tomatoes, like a pizza sauce and all that kind of stuff you do. So I think we need to show the people that there's a way to do it, and that you don't need to have the big land and the big farm and the big, the big animals and all that stuff, that you can do something small in your backyard and still make a difference.
Well, I am on a third of an acre. That's not big. That's 15,000 square feet shy. So I'm a bit under 15,000 square feet. It's like 14, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just going to 15, a third of an acre. And I have hens. So I have protein. So let's just say the end of the world is tomorrow morning, and my only source of protein will be my chickens. So I will be able to eat at least one source of protein, which is eggs. And you only need a family of 5 to be self-sufficient in eggs. Is depending of your egg like intake, it would be like 3 to 8 hens, and it doesn't take that much space. Hens.
No.
The co-op versions, they're so small. They need about 3/4 of a square feet to sleep in. That's all they need to sleep. 3/4 of a square feet per hen to sleep. During the day, they need about 5 square feet, like to walk around per bird. So it's not that much, and I am able to have at least a protein source out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I am able to grow a lot of food on my land. If I had help, I could grow even more. That's like the little like maybe I'm gonna have to hire an employee soon.
And I might be wrong, but at least from what I can see around here, like when I look at the difference between like my parents, my my cousins, my brother, or the the generation that was here before me tend to have less bills or less debts than we have because they were they started in a time where the economy was a little bit better than what it is now. So like my parents, their house is paid for. I mean, yeah, their vehicles are paid for. What they have now coming in for money is money they put aside for their retirement.
Mm-hmm.
So worst comes to worst, they can pay that little bit extra for food. But the new generation, uh, even younger than me, they're coming out with so much debts. If they want to go to university, college, it's in it's insane the amount of money they need to spend. Uh, they go out for a job, and the jobs are not paying that much. So they might be younger, they have more energy, they're more inclined to go that direction, to have garden, to have more sustainable lifestyle, especially on the food side. At least I think, I hope. I don't know if it makes sense, but
You cut off, so I missed a little bit of what you said
oh no.
for my part. So I'm gonna go. Mm-hmm. I hope they heard. Sorry. Um, Lynn says if you have enough people watching, it's easier alone because they help. Um, when I started doing my lives, I always did them with a pair, like at least one, and I was interviewing them. And I had a specific subject in mind, and I had 10 to 15 questions written down that I would send to the person that I interview so that they can actually know a little bit of what I do. Like I interview people of what is homesteading, why is homesteading important to you, porks, raising porks, what does it take? I think I questioned Darren on cows. I would have to ask him. I know it was on my plan either to do it or I did it. I have to check. I asked Angie and Mike from Me and You Acres about sheep. No, sorry. Um, I had a live
Goats.
goats. Thank you, and I had a live birth on one of
Yeah,
my
that was awesome.
lives. So I started like that, so I can build a little bit of my confidence. And then I just slipped in a couple of lives that I was on my own. I had a little bit of crickets going on, but I just kept pushing through and tried to make my next live better. And January 2nd will be my first full year of almost every Sunday alive. I took off a couple of days. Okay, so I'm not sure what this means. Rem, you wouldn't die.
Because I said that if I did a 24-hour live stream, I would die.
Oh, okay.
If I don't sleep for more than 24 hours, I
Plus, I
can't
had a
make.
visitor the whole time.
Yeah, she had a guest, a few of them actually. I went on the live stream a few times here and there.
Pop-up lives are fun in the winter because what else it has to do? I can find you many things to do. Lots of things to do. Actually, no. I understand what you mean, but still. I am at year and a half. I'm at mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. So a year and 9 months. Close.
Getting
Close
there.
to
It's getting there.
getting to 2 years. My goal was 18 months, and I'm past that. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm so close. Yes, almost 1,000. So, I said it. I can almost feel it, touch it, smell it. January 6th will be 2 years for me. And you're close to 650, if my memory is correct. Tracy. Oh, yes, I was just about to stop, and then bam, you are so close. I'm not sure what this means. Running a collab is so different from just joining one. Yes, I am sure there's different logistics on running a collab. But I find that now it's the best time to build a community. and build it strong so that when the summer comes and everyone leaves their homes, there's actually people coming to your channel. Because sometimes during the summer, it was crickets for me. Like, there was
Yeah.
like barely anyone.
It does happen. Everyone is outside doing their own thing, so they don't have
Yeah.
time to support
So I
even.
might do my lives later during the summer. Because I find 6 o'clock is too early. People are still like late eating and
Outside.
outside, unless like I do like Darren and do like a outside live on my phone. Cotton Ranch, the pantry challenge is open to everyone. Three Rivers Homestead host it. Also, you can still join mine. It finished in November, but you could still put out. That's an excellent suggestion. And it's really easy. Lynn's collab was "What is homesteading to me?" No, yeah,
Yeah.
it was what is homesteading to me, and there was a hashtag and everything.
You can also do the challenge that Darren proposed last year. I think there was only Darren and I and Mike that ended up doing it.
Is
The
that
onesie challenge.
the Wednesday challenge?
The onesie challenge.
Doing chores. It had to
Yeah,
be
you had to do
Wednesday
your
challenge
chores in the
and
onesie.
chores. Yeah, no, you wouldn't get me with Wednesday.
Oh,
With
come
the
on.
back pocket over the bum. Mm-mm. No,
Should do it again.
I'm not there yet. Where did that comic? Okay, I have a few collabs I want to host, but I won't be till next year, New Year. Mine, I think I want to do it in March. Either like January would be like way too late to do it, but then March, I'm not sure. Because if there's a collaboration in the pantry challenge, it's very time consuming because like you have to kind of have to show that you're using up what's in your pantry and like creating meals around it. I'm not sure if I will be able to film it, but I know I will be doing it. Nighttime with the kids, not ideal. So unless I'm doing like dump meals in my crock pot, I would film that. But the actual making the food with my kids around, like around 4 o'clock, not sure. Not sure. It all depends how they are. What is a pantry? I don't even have a kitchen sink. I don't buy canned food or anything in package. A pantry is where you store your mason jars, your dry goods, overstock. Is that well explained? Pantry? I think that's it. How don't you? Okay, I need to understand this. You don't have a kitchen sink, so you're off grid. I'm going to be doing a bachelor's fall. Wait, what is that? I am going to be doing a bachelor's fall back with soup mix chip dip. That sounds interesting. Yes, agree. People are going to start looking for easy, cheap, and quick ways to grow food. Not like that's asking a lot. Well, it's the thing is, people think growing food is easy. The easy part is sowing the seeds, watering the seeds,
And harvesting.
and harvesting still takes work. But after that, like you have to invest yourself, and the more you invest yourself, the more you harvest. But they don't know that. That's like the dark side of like growing your own food. You actually have to work for it. Okay, it's not going to the grocery store and using all of the things you present. Okay, that's not for me. I think we are headed for an election this coming year here in Canada. Oh God, no! Oh, no election. Hello, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Okay, so I don't know which one's worse. No election or an election. I don't know which one's worse, but I'm not going to go down that really deep dark hole. Yes, help us. We have 38 acres, but aside from the sheep, we really only use maybe 2 acres max. Garden space is 1/10 of an acre. And I'm being generous with the rabbits, geese, and chicken. Um, if they are going to be kept inside, they need about 3 square feet each chicken. Yeah, the square footage I gave, 3/4 of a square foot, is to sleep. Like, that's only for them to sleep, because if you ever looked at chickens when they sleep, they're all like smashed together. Like, you can barely count them when they're sleeping, especially if it's cold. Like, they're like all tuck, tight. And like, you give them like 10 like roost bars, there's going to be like 1 or 2 popular, and they're all going to be crammed up all in the same place. But for them to walk like freely, if they would sleep in the same area where they are, I would give them at least 3 square feet to 5 square feet minimum per bird. I try to give them at least 10 square feet per bird total, like for them to walk around and sleep and roost and egg things. And I was thinking about hiring some help for when it's time to put the seedlings in the garden. Yes, actually, that's not the hardest part. I think it would be the weeding, like, in like taking care of it and tying up the tomato plants and removing the tomato suckers and picking up all that crap. And
The toughest part for me is it's not necessarily the preservation part itself, but it's most of the time, by the time you get inside the house, it's at the end of the day and you don't have much time left before it's time to go to bed. And you come in, either it's from foraging when I had my fiddleheads, got home, have to go to work, and you have to do as much preservation as you can when you get back home. You have 2 or 3 hours to do as much as you can, but after a while, it has to be done regardless of how much time you have left.
yeah,
So
because
if you have,
you're harvesting the food at the prime, like
yeah,
at its peak.
yeah, and whether it's fiddleheads or even carrots from the garden, you have to preserve it. And you can't always just put everything in the fridge and hope for the best, because after a while, it needs to be,
It's gonna
uh,
walk out of the fridge.
yeah, it needs to be preserved properly, either by canning or
Yeah.
by freezing, and it,
Mm,
it has to be done. So it
yeah.
takes a lot of time, especially when you have a few 100 pounds of food, coming from
Yeah.
from the garden.
If I take every job that I have to do or chore that I have to do, and I just think of that specific job, like just that, not looking at the others, all of them individually are not so bad. Like, if it's a day to tie up tomato plants and I have 125 tomato plants that I have to tie up and like remove the suckers and remove the dead leaves, that's going to take me maybe 4 or 5 hours to do. But
Mhm.
then when I go in the garden, oh my God, I have to harvest some peas. I have to do this. Oh, this fell down. Oh my God, this is dying. I have to take care of this. Oh my God, this is not weeded. If I don't weed it now, the beets, like, the list just keeps on adding and
Yeah.
adding. And so it's not just the tomatoes. So that's during the season. And when it's harvest season, at least we're zone 5. So at least I have like crunches at a time. So it's not the entire garden that I have to harvest at the same time and preserve at the same time, thank God. So it is still a lot of work to be done all at the same time. But there's like so much you can do in a period of 24 hours, and you have to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours. At least.
Yeah.
Minimum requirement is at least 6 hours if you want to function the next day. I have 20 acres and only live on about 3, counting what we just cleared for the new barn. Excellent point, Remy. The doom of perpetual death. My parents were born in the late 40s, so they're baby boomers, and they were born in one of the hardest times, like after war. So they were educated that if they could take a penny and divide it in 10 to survive, that's what they had to do. And they had it rough. My dad had 7 siblings, I think seven, and my mom had like nine. They were a lot, and some of their siblings died very young, and people were living with them. So my mom had her siblings, her brothers and sisters, her mom and her dad. She had her grandma living with her. She had her uncle, her aunt, and her kids in a 5.5. All of these people were like sleeping like 4 or 5 in like each bedroom. So
Yeah,
they were raised into paying cash, credit
we're
cards.
kind of spoiled right now.
Yeah. But with the I'm not, well, I hate saying this word, with the recession that's coming, uh there's a fork in the road. It's like if you go right, you're gonna put yourself in so much debt, you're gonna drown. Like it's gonna be so hard to get out of it. Or you take the new side, like the left fork, and you switch your thinking. If I can't afford it,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
buy
have
it.
to. I'm not buying it. But if I need it, what can be sacrificed for it to happen? But like you said, we're spoiled. So, oh, I deserve it. So, chick 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 chick.
Well, just take for example. I mean, I spent $10,000 3 years ago to build bedrooms in the basement. I had a lot of work to get done, and the kids. I have 5 kids. They all have their own bedrooms now. Um, to me, like we can't afford trips in Mexico or Cuba or in Florida, but at least they have their own bedrooms. That's all I can. That's all I can afford. But I ended up having to spend 14 hours a day working either at my regular job or outside in the garden.
Hmm.
That's a sacrifice I had to make.
Okay, so before when I said it cut, it only cut for me, so the people heard you.
Awesome.
Exactly, Tracy. It's nice to have the extra space, but it's also good not to use it intensively. I think that's my issue. I have a third of a like everything is used, nothing goes to rest. So the only time my garden goes to rest is from winter until spring, and then I crop rotate. But I would love to have like the option to have like a a whole year of a garden going to sleep where I can add like so much compost and like do like this lasagna gardening style and it like do its job for an entire year and then use it the year after. But I'm not there yet. Also, and young our generation and younger doesn't want to wait for anything. That's so true. That in being in debt has become normal. Yeah. Instant gratification is something I have to deprogram in my household. It's hard. Yeah, it's very hard. 17 acres. The 17 acres I haven't cleared are firewood for the future.
Mhm.
I just want to show you what I am up to. I just want to show you what I am up to, not in for the money.
Probably talking about the YouTube. He wants to show us what he can do, and not
Oh, it's true because he started his first video.
a few videos actually. Yeah,
Few videos. Okay, I missed that.
there's a few of them. Yeah.
I missed that. Dave, what is your channel name?
Dave
Because
under his name.
okay, so it's not there. Uh, it's not there. It's not showing up.
He's got 10 videos right now. Well, a few older ones. They're all short ones. They're not very long.
Okay. I must be doing something wrong.
Right.
I'm not seeing. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh no! How come I can't find you?
If you do a search, it might be hard to find, but just click on the three little dots in on the YouTube chat and click go to channel. I put the link in the description in the chat there
I can't. It says block or
on
oh
YouTube.
no. If I click the little three dots, I have two options: mettre l'utilisateur en dépasse ou bloquer l'utilisateur. That's what I have as options. I can't click on it. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but not in StreamYard. Directly on YouTube. If you have your YouTube window open.
No, I don't have my YouTube open.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me see that. If I go here, sorry about that. I want to go see it.
There, I sent you the link.
I want to go see it.
Messenger.
Okay. Ooh, I found you. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go do my homework. Okay. So Dave, I'm gonna go do my homework later on. Immediate gratification. The platform we are on feeds off of that. I think about that for a second. Well, it depends the channel that you watch. Every single channel that I personally like, they're like my favorites. They show that it took 4 years to get where they are, and they say the truth. It's hard work, and if you don't want to put the hard work, it won't happen. But there are some channels that they make you feel like you need all of it now.
Yeah. One of the ways that you can get free food, I know I've said it a lot, and a lot of people talk about it, but don't necessarily act on it. Foraging. Foraging is free food. It's free out there for the taking.
Well, it's free. It only costs you your gas.
Yeah, but you can still go on your front lawn and get a lunch,
For sure.
Dandelion leaves. You probably have a bunch of perennials growing in your backyard as well that you can eat or make coffee or tea or all different options.
Lynn says going into the New Year's, live topics will be easier again. We can talk about planting plants. Yes. And tomatoes. We'll be able to talk about tomatoes again. Yay! People won't find me annoying. The tomato lady again.
But you can do a little, what's the word? Like get back on what your plans were for 2022. You're going to be celebrating Christmas on your next live stream, and then it's New Year's Eve on your next one after that. So you might not be live again unless you go on different days.
I am thinking of going live on the 24th, so the Saturday night. But I can't remember if anyone is live on Saturday night.
There was Ren's Homestead, but they haven't been on for a few weeks now.
Okay, so I was thinking of doing it on a Saturday for the 24th. I don't know if people are celebrating it, but I know that on the 25th, I'm going to be at my parents'. It's not going to work.
I would go maybe earlier on the 24th. That's just me. It's up to you.
I'll see, because it's Saturday, and it depends on how the day goes. And like being in my bedroom for an entire hour, 2 hours, or whatever. I don't know. During the day, maybe it could work. I'll see. I'm going to figure it out, but I'm thinking of doing it Saturday. And whenever I take my decision, I'm going to do a pre-program, and you're going to see probably on my channel that on Saturday this time I'm going to be live. But for the first, so January 1st, so it's either I'm going to do it on Monday night on the 2nd, but then that's Angie and Mike's live. So I don't know. Or the 31st, maybe during the day. We'll see. Same thing. But like, I don't know yet. But I'll keep you guys posted on my community tab. And as soon as I decide, I'll just put the time in my thumbnail. I like having someone else on screen with me on live stream. It helps. Yes. And if you have to go to the bathroom, there's someone there with you in case you have to slip out for like a minute. Dave Knight, I'm in it for the money. I'm failing miserably. It takes time to reach the monetization. It takes a while. Are all doing an amazing job with your channel. I had an accident happen to me this week. I made a new type of video, a vlog, and it took me a very, 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 very long time to film. And then editing was very long as well. And then I went to publish it, and before like publishing it like to a scheduled date, I was just watching it, and then I realized there was an error in it. There was like this word invalid, and then this black scream of death happening for like a minute. So I was like, oh my God. So I deleted that, and I couldn't find the file, like the shortcut file. Couldn't find it anywhere on my computer. So it took me about half an hour to find that. And then I was trying to remove that black screen of death for a minute, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I had to re-edit my original film, like my vlog. And it took me an hour. I'm sorry?
You had to start all over.
No. I was able to save a part of it, but it took me another 2 to 3 hours to like from the time I started to like fix it to the time I was able to publish it. It took me another 2 to 3 hours because I couldn't figure out how to remove that. Like there was a corrupted file in the oh God, it was a nightmare. So when I get the comments, oh my God, you should do this, you should do that. It's like, oh my God, you should do this. You should. We're missing your content. I'm like, do you know how long it takes for me to make a video, publish it, edit it, make you happy watching it? It's not just 15 minutes of my life. So if the video is 18 minutes, it could have taken 10 hours to create from beginning to end. 10 hours of work. So, Ren, I'm guessing it's Jack. I'm also failing miserably right now. Summer slowed down a lot. I'm finding that some of my summer vlogs and my summer videos are starting to pick up now. Like I have some tomato trellising videos that are being listened again just now. I was going to do an outdoor live this year, but the bugs were awful. They would have eaten you alive on your porch. So we did the onesie challenge too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, so I'm about 40 minutes late. No. 15 minutes, 20 minutes late on comments. I'm just going to read up on the comments. So Tracy wants to buy a onesie. Is he thinking of doing the challenge?
Go ahead.
You know, I found you when you did that challenge.
Me?
Yeah, that's the first video I saw of you.
Talk about leaving a good first impression.
It was a Canadian onesie. Yep. Canadian hockey game, and it was red.
It was blue with the red little logo.
Yeah. That was the first video I watched. I was outside in a tank top 2 days ago. Really? It was like minus 10 degrees Celsius here. Annie, I was sort of joking. I don't have a pantry. Okay, so I'm catching up on comments now. I don't have dry goods really, and I didn't can this year. My kitchen isn't finished on the renovation yet. Okay. I just wanted to be sure because there are some people that don't have sinks, and it's okay. They're off grid. It's so not easy, and there are lots of failures, but the success make it so worth it. I think we learn more from failing miserably than experiencing nonstop success. Oh, we know it's not easy, but most of the world wants it to be easy. And given the world wants instant gratification, having it to work for it doesn't work for most people. I had someone ask me if I can help them out with their garden last year. And she came over my house and she saw that my basil leaves has little holes in them. And my lettuce leaves has little holes in them. And like I have some tomatoes on the plant that died or something happened to them. And she's like, oh my God, your basil has holes in them, or your lettuce, there's like this slug on it, or there's like a hole in it. You're going to eat it? I'm like, what's wrong with it? It's just little holes. You wash it, like you put it in the sink, you just rinse it with water and you eat it. Not because there's holes in it, that means it's not good. Obviously, I'm not going to eat a head of lettuce if a chicken or a duck ate 3/4 of it and walked all over it with their dirty paws. But if it's still attached to the ground and there's just like little bugs in it, I'm just going to rinse it.
Yeah, the bugs go on it anyway, regardless of what we see or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's outside. You can't expect your food to be like
bugless.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I think I said bye, Lynn, when she said she was leaving. Have a great week, everyone. I will all... Okay, so that's not for me. Night, Lynn. We are heading out to have to make something to eat. Bon appetit! Enjoy your food. I know you're probably already gone. We're looking into freeze drying for the next year. That would be awesome. Freeze drying? I looked up how much the freeze dryers are. Those things are expensive. But let's just say that you like your salsa recipe that you did. Your zucchini.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would do like a huge batch. I would can half of it and I would freeze dry half of it. Not to put all my apples in the same basket. It would be so fun, like to go camping and you just rehydrate your rice, you rehydrate your salsa, you mix everything together. You can add some canned chicken in there. It could be fun. We worry that they'll jump to using it over the option. We worry that we'll jump to using it over other options too much, though. Obviously, when you get a new toy, you're probably going to like overkill it a lot. But at one point, you're going to realize, am I being over exaggerated? When you get a new toy, we play with it overkill? Just a little bit? No? No comments? Okay. But at one point, you're going to realize that you have to behave just a little bit. Just a little bit. I can't speak because when I had my canner, I was like pressure canning like on a daily basis. And I was like, what can I can now?
Yeah.
Every day is the same. Cut, buck, split, firewood. I don't have firewood. I would love to have. What's this? 11454 is the handle. Don't know what that means.
1154.
I don't know. Greenhouse out tomorrow. So I think he's talking about a new video, Dave. Hello, Generational Homestead. This is the first time I see you here. Welcome. I might start Cricket Ranch. I hope you like the noise. If the noise doesn't bother you, why not?
It has a relaxing effect in the summer, though. When you hear the crickets and you're sleeping, it's like, I don't know.
It's comforting. It's comforting.
Yeah.
It means summer's here, like the warm summer's here.
Yeah.
At the risk of getting too excited, you sent us some Kellogg's breakfast seeds. No, I did not. What's your opinion on them? I really enjoyed the Scotia tomatoes this year, but they are smaller slicer. So it's a huge slicer. If I can, it's a very juicy one. It's low acidic. It's very similar to what's it called? Dr. Wyche's, the yellow tomato that Roots and Refuge Farm like literally grows every year. And my favorite way of eating it was in a tomato sandwich. And I started introducing yellow tomatoes in my salsa. Like, as I was doing my recipe, I just introduced a couple of yellow and a couple of black, like to have like this smoky flavor and this like exotic taste to my salsa. But they are big slicers. I do not know Scotia. So, Generational Homestead, so that I can proper introduce you, may I have your first name? It's not that complicated to do live stream. Thanks for coming to my test live. Oh, so someone popped over to their channel. I got so frustrated trying to fix the sound on a video the other day. I will be posted tomorrow. I got so mad and ineptitude. I said, well, I'll post it anyway, so forgive the sound tomorrow. I have some videos like that. Sometimes like I'm a perfectionist when I have like 2 overlap videos, and I, instead of like finishing my video and say, okay, blah blah blah, stop, 1 2 3 4 5, and then cut the video and then start another video. I didn't do that. Like, I was in a rush, so my videos don't, when I just put them one on top of the other in my shortcut, it was not perfect. You know, I know that I should have waited that 5 seconds when I was filming, but I was such in a hurry, many things to do, I didn't do it. So when I rewatched my video, I came like really close to say, screw that, I'm not going to publish it because there's errors in it. And I just said, no, I'm going to use this as a tool to remember that every time I do a video, I have to take those 5 seconds at the end of each take, so that it gives me like this forgiveness if ever I need to cut. But I do understand the frustration. Do you have that when you film? Like, you cut too early?
Not that often. I have to say, even though my videos are probably not that good, the one thing that I like about my skills is that I can press the start recording button at the perfect time, and I don't have much editing to do.
Awesome.
Honestly, like I watch my video, I put it up in my software, and then it's just like, okay, I mixed up here. I'm just gonna remove that little part, and then like when I stop filming, I press the stop button. It's pretty much like
That's
blah blah
nice.
blah blah.
That's nice.
And you don't
On one of the gifts that I received from one of you guys, there was a tripod, and it came with a
little button, yeah.
yeah. So now I keep that on my belt. I just press the button, and instead of like seeing me like wait, like going like this, click, coming back, I have to cut this every single time. So now I just have it in my pocket or clipped on my belt, like boop, press the button. No, I stop like cutting or editing that part on
Save
each of
time.
my, I save precious time. But like, I do need to remember to bring my beep beep. So useful. Thank you for that gift. Like, I love it. My son figured out how the button works, and like one day I had 250 pictures of
Oh,
him, like that doing this, doing that, doing this. I'm like, oh my god! No longer leaving that thing laying around. In Japan, at the open market, they look for evidence of bug activity to know. It's true. If bugs don't eat your vegetables, I would actually ask myself some questions.
mm-hmm.
Freeze dry and vacuum seal, they can the rest. Yeah, true. So at 11:54 is the handle. Oh, right.
Tube handle, yeah, the new update.
Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna
Wesley.
try to Westla,
I'm guessing it's Wesley.
Wesley. I hope I'm saying it right. I have to go put the kids to bed. I thank you for passing by. I have to do the
Right.
same. I'm by Annie. I'm hearing mine. It's like magic hour is almost happening. Uh did I catch up on anyone's channel? I mean comments.
Yep.
So it is a week before Christmas. Like I just realized this when I put my phone down earlier. In 7 days, it's Christmas. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around that. In 7 days, it's Christmas. In
I,
14 days, the year ends.
oh, before that, we're in the 18, 13 days.
13 days? Well, no, it's next Sunday. The December 31st is next Sunday. No? No, you're right. I'm so sorry. 13 days. 13 days. So sorry. So, in less than 2 weeks, 2022 is ending.
Did you accomplish everything you wanted to do for 2022?
No, but I'm not disappointed.
No?
No, not at all. Because this year for me was a more personal journey.
Okay.
I've been through so much with my kids. One of my sons were diagnosed with
ADHD?
Thank you. And there's a possibility that my younger son also has it, or something else. And I'm year 5. I just completed my 5th year. And I feel like as a person, as an individual, as a mom, as a homesteader, when you've reached that 5 year, you kind of have this step back to self-reflect. So this year I caught COVID in April. And it hit me hard. And that was the first lesson I had to learn. I have to learn how to slow down and learn boundaries and see, okay, this is not working. Why are you pushing so much when you know that you're going to fall flat on your ass? Sorry, my language. And not succeed. So I had to learn to slow down. And then I had to learn to let go. Letting go of the Pinterest, Instagram perfect garden, the well put together backyard. I have 3 kids. I am on a homestead. I don't have that beautiful background that everything is in its place. And when I film, I stop filming because like my kids' toys are there or my husband trackster's there, and like there's tools all over the place. Like I don't have like this perfect Instagram, Pinterest perfect backyard. So I had to let go of that
Yeah,
so
I
that
don't
I
think
can.
anybody does.
Well, there's comments that I got.
Oh, yeah?
I did get some comments like pick yourself up, your backyard looks like a pig house. Like I got some like mean comments, but still, like I had to let go of that. And it was hard because like it was how I was raised. But then I got COVID a second time, and I got sick 2 weeks after that. And as I was self-reflecting on my year, I kind of came full circle that this year was personal development for me. Like I had to figure out my place. I had to figure out my life. I had to figure out my next step, because next year I'm turning 40. I said it. So midlife crisis may be happening, but like I wanted to read 10 books this year. I didn't have time. I think I'm going to be like at 3, 4. But I'm still happy with that because I read and educated myself on 4 subjects. And I had 1 book that was like pleasurable, like just for fun. And overall, even though I experienced so much frustration, so much failure, in like irritation with my YouTube channel, I still feel there was growth. I still feel that I'm further in my journey. I still feel like I'm growing. So I'm not disappointed at all. What about you?
To me, 2022 was maybe realizing everything I was able to do because I think that I did great. But the most important thing to me, and it kind of goes just the opposite way of you, we were talking about how it was just about your personal development, but the community.
Yes,
I
true.
feel you were saying that a year, it's been a year almost since we kind of started doing live streams together, not just you and I, but with Tracy and Darren from Torhaven Farm, me and you Acres. I don't want to name everyone because I don't want to forget anyone, but like we started bonding and creating friendship that goes beyond what I ever thought could be possible. Even though we live
Many hours away.
kilometers, thousands of kilometers away from each other, we
Yeah,
basically talk to each other every day,
almost.
and we talk about personal stuff, just
Mm,
not just the garden, personal problems. We're like a real family,
mm.
and to me, 2022 will always stay in my mind. I will always remember that because of that. No matter what happens in the future, if I can imagine myself in 50 years from now on my bed, laying down just before I pass away, and remember this year because of everything that we were able to accomplish as a community. And to me, that was just the best.
We did
That's
accomplish a lot, a
Yeah.
lot. Jill, thanks for the suggestion. There is one thing. We are second guessing the diagnosis because he no longer has the main symptoms or the main red flags. But I will keep your suggestion if ever it does come back. I am saving up for a private um, diagnostic. Is that how you say it? Private diagnostic?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I have to save up because it is very, very, very expensive. You hope to have grape tomatoes on plants to give. That's nice. That's a good objective. Time flies. Yes, 13 days. I still have a couple of minutes. If you want to answer that question, if you feel now that the end of the year is coming super close, do you feel accomplished? Do you feel good about your year? Do you feel that anything you want to share about your year?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I will not share,
No, no,
but
no. There's no.
um, just everything that I accomplished. Um, we used to spend about $800 bi-weekly on the grocery. We have a family of seven. It was about $1,600 a month worth of grocery. With everything and the cost of everything going up, even with everything going up, I should say, we managed to bring that bill down to about $300 bi-weekly. So we're saving about $1,000 a month
That's
right now
amazing.
worth of food. It might not last for a whole year, probably won't. But if it can only last for 6 months, to me, it's worth it. And I learned so much this year about everything, the things I need to grow more, the things I need to grow less. What can I grow where? What can I grow with what? What it doesn't mean if this happens? What does it mean if this thing happens? I've been asking you questions all summer long, but now I probably will need
No.
ask you questions again on those specific things. I was able to have a community garden, to have a new friend in cells, and have my animals there.
Are you
Um,
doing it next year?
Probably, I will not be having as many animals. I will have the meat birds only, and some turkeys. I won't go as big as I did this year. I,
Okay.
I don't think I need that much anyway. Like I
I
wanted to have
just
dual purpose birds, and I'll stay away from it.
I just realized. I hope I'm going to be saying your name right. Brenda here. I think this is the first or second time I see you here. Um DH. I'm not sure what DH means. Just had a knee done. I told him he will have to deal with looking out the window and seeing the driveway done. Oh God. I hope the driveway is beautiful. has a lot of birds, like squirrels and animals, and like like things interesting to look. 40 was hard. The 40s are your parents' age. The 60s are your grandma. Well,
Yep.
my mom had me when I was 30, when she was 33 years old. So I was 7 when she was 40. About 6, 7. So my youngest, I had him at 33 years old, and he's going to be 6 in February. So Ooh. No, no, not no, no, no. I don't feel that old, but my body reminds me on certain days, hello, you're 40, you're no longer 20.
I think it's starting to show up.
No, I'm still happy. I still have all my hair for now. The older I get, the more I find out real friends are important. Yes, in my life, when I was a young adult in my 20s, I had so many friends. We would party. We'd have so much fun. Life happens. I lost mostly of my friends because of things happen in our lives. And I am blessed that one high school friend is still around. So we met, I was in high school. I was in secondary 4, she was in secondary 3. And we still talked again. Like today I chatted with her. So it's been over 20 years, and I still speak to my neighbor I was 4 years old, and I'm going to be 40 next year. So that's 30 like over years of friendship, and we speak like 2-3 times a year, and like we still chit chat and we still see each other, and it's fun. But the rest, they don't stick around. So friendship, the older we get, especially if you have kids.
Yeah. Tends to be different.
Yeah. Like I told my husband, we need to socialize a little bit more, so we meet like families that we can have get-togethers, the kids in one room, the parents in the other room having fun. You know, like our parents used to do when we were young. We would be in a room, they would be in a room, and like have fun, laugh, drink. We have even talked about ponytails. Oh yes, oh my god, I remember that. Tying up the hair. Darren was asking Bridget to tie up her hair because of a meme he read. Practicing a lower cost menu is a great idea. Yes, I used to do this 5 years ago when I quit my very high paying job to be a stay at home mom. I had to come up with meals that were at the time 5 years ago less than $5 a meal. Not per person, a meal, and have leftovers. $5 to $7 a meal. And we were 4 eating because Cedric was still on like purees and like cereals and stuff like that. So that was hard. I feel like I've accomplished a lot on rebuilding the homestead. That is the most important thing. Like rebuilding a homestead, when you sit down and you drink that coffee or the glass of wine or whatever you enjoy drinking, and you see the advancement and the progress, it must feel amazing. Yes, hit that thumbs up. Bye, Brenda here. Snow ice. Is there snow coming? Oh, dear husband. Oh, I just learned another new thing today. But whenever you ask them, they were in their 40s. Yes. Remy's head. Oh, wait. This is for you. Remy's head will reflect. Next year, you're going to have to put sunscreen on your bald head.
Put my hat on.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do this for my husband because he's also starting here. Like he's been, since I met him, like it starts here, like around here. And the older he's getting. And now here I realize that he's getting thin. So I told him if he would let me spray him with something I found. It's rosemary based. And it's supposed to trigger hair growth.
I should try that.
So I'm like, you're supposed to put it here, not on the chest, not anywhere else. You're supposed to put it here. And he says yes. So we'll see.
Let me know if it works.
Yeah, well, obviously he's a little bit older than you, so I'm not sure how that, like, what would be the effect, but like if it could just like give you thickness in your hair or a little bit more and some back here, it would help.
Yeah. I know you
Don't put
probably have to go soon, but
I
I
asked my
I'll be
husband for 10 more minutes. He said okay.
okay. But I really have to go at
You have
8:30.
to
So
go?
yeah,
Oh, it's true.
I'll
It's 8:30
you
at
for
your place.
yeah.
Well,
So
I
thank
can
you
I
for
can
having me.
conclude the live anyways
Or you
cuz I
can keep
know.
going 10 more minutes.
Okay. Well, thanks
It's
for
okay.
coming.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye. So I'm alone. I have about 5-10 minutes left. Does anyone want to share how the 2022 year has gone for them before I set you off to your week and and talk about the next possibility of the live? Did I miss any comments? I don't think so. I'm going to give 1 more minute. If anyone wants, I know there's a delay, so if anyone wants to share what they feel about this year. If not, I will go put my little monsters to bed. And I have a big week coming up in front of me. I have to do I have to close up the bathroom wall. Like I said that earlier, we have to close up the office wall and finish up like electrical, electrical outlet, the electrical of the ceiling for lights. And we're harvesting, I don't know if that's the right word, in our attic. We had some old wood from the original home, and we just tear that down and we use that for a accent wall in the office. So if we have time, that's what we'll do this week. And I might have an office. I might in the new year have a new office. Tracy, I've been thinking of you a lot. I know that this year it was the first year without your wife. I do hope that next year it gets easier for you. It hard year this year. I know some people are having like hard years. I remember, I'm not sure if it's you, Jill, that told me you had so much failure with your garden. I think we decided we weren't overwhelmed long enough this year, so we are aiming to change that for 2023. What are you planning to change? more, more challenges, more complications. I'm also on Sunday. I'm going with my parents. We're gonna be celebrating. Obviously, we're gonna be celebrating Christmas at home. I do hope I'll be able to film the opening of the gifts or like them having fun with the gifts they have received. Last year I was able to do like this little collage, this little clip so that I can share this special moment with you guys. But they're like so quick and so in a hurry to open their gifts and playing with them, and like I barely can actually get 2 minutes out of them to behave a little bit so I can film them. But I do hope I'll be able to share some of the moments with you guys. More of everything. So you want to be more overwhelmed. I'm actually downsizing on some of my stuff. I am letting go certain things and bringing down certain things so that I can focus more on production. But I'll talk about all of that in the new year because I'm doing it all on my own. In I prefer having a production market style garden over like all the beauty and growing like if I would be able to grow like 150 different types of tomatoes, I would. But none of them come out of the garden at the same time. So by having like similarities or just one type of tomato or pepper or whatever, but like production wise, they all come out of the garden at the same time. I know it's going to be like one big jump, but it's going to be more effective for me. So that's something I'm looking forward to implement next year. There is one thing that we're going to do more of, if we can call it that, is meat birds. Instead of doing 2 times 25 birds, we're going to do 1 time probably 45 birds. 40 to 45 birds is going to be a little bit less, but we are hoping to trade again, like exchange like baby bunnies for meat or ducklings for meat. That would be something to like example 5 or 10 chickens that we don't have in the freezer. It would be like making the difference of the chickens, like the 5-10 chickens would be replaced by that. I want more meat birds again too. We are moving to market garden style production as well, and a couple straight runs of meat chickens. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do turkeys this year. I still have some in the freezer from the years prior. But I find that market garden style, I know it's not beauty. I know it's everything is tucked tight together, but I find that you get more out of your garden beds, and you can flip garden beds really fast. Like if you maintain like an entire garden bed of beets, the same like the same variety of beets, and you weed it, water it, and take care of it, you can flip it 2-3 times during the season and have more out of that small garden bed than like planting some all over the place and having a smaller harvest. So that was my first thing that I did this year. My focus was to switch up market garden and companion planting. That was what I did this year. So I have to tweak it, learn from all my mistakes that I did this year, and carry it over in 2023. Having a problem with my ear. Anyone else wants to add something? I am in 100% clay soil. When I moved here, I didn't know that I had to check that. And my solution was building raised beds. I think lasagna style raised beds, like I did the Huger culture raised beds, and it has paid off. And I saw a result after year 3 in my in-ground garden. I had to add a lot of organic matter. So the first year it was just like 2-3 inches of compost, and then I added 4 to 6 inches of compost the year after. And like I was adding, and over after 5 years of adding over my in-ground garden, this is where I saw a difference. And I am like now starting to see that my gardening will be producing a lot. But the key is to keep adding organic matter. And I am using a broad fork to help me loosen up the clay soil and mix it with the organic matter or compost. We've been eating our turkey Bob as breakfast sausages, and we realized we would love to put away 6 turkeys to use entirely this year worth of breakfast. Really? That I'm very curious. You mince your meat yourself and then you freeze it with the spices and all of that. Do you cut it with pork? Yes, the only way I've tried for 27 years was my first real productive raised bed. Yeah, raised bed gardens. I love the ones that MI Gardener has. They're 8 inches off the ground, And when he starts, they're like 6 inches of compost, and he keeps adding every year. And the ideal is depth of 6 to 8 inches, like for your root vegetables to really be able to do something. And 8 inches will be good for your tomato plants to establish like a good root system. Same thing for your peppers. Like my first year of garden, like my tomato plants were puny ridiculous. My pepper plants were so small, it was ridiculous. But lasagna, keep adding. At the end of the year, if you can, try to find old organic straw and like add some on top of your garden bed so that you can add more layers of organic matter. I am also in zone 5B. What did I miss? Yeah, we ground with bacon and apples and spice. So is everything raw? So the bacon is raw, the turkey is raw. Onions. I grew onions for the first time this year. They were about the golf ball, a bit bigger, but I grow them from seeds now, and they are heavy, heavy, heavy feeders. And I grew them in 100% compost. That is the only time I was able to have success. And weeding is the key. Those are the two things that I was able to manage to get onions this year. I am growing Walla Walla, Elsa Craig, New York Early, Rosa di Milano. There's a couple that I'm growing. Everything ground, sliced, and frozen. Okay, so if right now I have a frozen turkey with bones, I thawed out just a little bit to remove the bones, and I find myself a good quality like meat grinder, and I would pass all of that in the meat grinder, form patties, and repackage it and freeze it. I don't know how that would work. I have to check if I can do that with frozen meat. My Crotex, he doesn't wanted be dinner 2023. Not sure I understand. Okay, Tracy understood. I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna bug Lindsay for your turkey thing because I have to go. It's been 15 minutes, and I said to my husband maximum 15 minutes. So, guys, again, thank you for popping in. And I have to say again, like the live now is ended, and I gained like a couple of more subs. And I'm super, super excited. I feel super blessed. I feel amazing knowing that I'm super close from like this advancement on YouTube. You should be able to thaw the turkey and a bit and run it through the grinder with the bacon and mix the apple, onions, and spices. Okay, definitely I'm going to look into this. My bacon is already cooked. Maybe I can try cutting it with just pork. I do have pork in the freezer. So again, thank you for popping in, chatting with me. I hope you have a wonderful week, a blessed week, a good week before Christmas, and you're able to gather with families and friends to enjoy this holiday time and spend time with your loved ones. Good night, everyone. Bye. Thanks, Tracy.